Hello everyone, how are you? As you can see, I'm enjoying a little strawberry that is so sweet, so flavorful, it's a delight. The first strawberries of the year, I missed them and now I've had my little dose of freshness and energy. With this little strawberry, we are going to get to the heart of the matter. First of all, welcome to this new video. I'm happy to see you today because I received new pairs of shoes from Vivaia, those who follow the channel. You know that I have already done in the past a collaboration which aims to be a luxury shoe brand in particular. They also make accessories, bags, but they are mainly focused on shoes and the fact that their shoes are made from recycled plastic water bottles. So there have already been videos on this topic. I was sent 3 other pairs that I was able to choose from a selection, so I'm really happy because they are extremely comfortable. I've had the time, so the last ones I wore are the ones I wear almost every day because the weather is really terrible where I am. Some little zebra booties, honestly they are just gorgeous. And above all, they are comfortable. So I received 3 other pairs, much more spring-like. And so today we're going to try them on. And we're also going to try them with some little outfits. I've pulled out a few little outfits for spring because I'm tired of being outside in jeans with a big coat. So it's also time to bring out the spring wardrobe. And then there you go, we're going to look at all that. Subscribe if you haven't already by clicking on the little link that appears somewhere over here. I also want to invite you to join me on my Instagram and TikTok accounts where there are posts every day, whether it's videos or photos on Instagram, and on TikTok there are little TikToks about elegance, a bit of everyday life filmed in an elegant way. And then what? And then I think that we're good with that. I think I've told you pretty much everything. And also as a result, information, since this is an unpaid collaboration. With Vivaia, you have a little promo code, which is really those to use on the site. Anyway, I'll put the links to all the items in the video description. Let's go. I'll show you what I received. I'll show you the one I received first. Let's get straight to the point, shall we? Here, I'm showing you the Addison shoes, which are small heels, which are very elegant, very chic. And the unique feature of these small heels is that they have a very comfortable sole, which is cushioned, durable, yet cushioned, so that when your foot is in the shoe, you really have a comfort that's quite incomparable to other heels I might wear. For example, the heels I'm wearing right now, these ones, inside I don't have any protective insole. So inside you can't see very well, because as a result, no matter how much I press, with my finger, I don't know if you can see much, but it's cushioned, it's soft, it softens the arch of the foot. It feels good for the arch of the foot. Here you can adjust it with this little closure. You can adjust it a little bit as you like. We have the little V here from Vivaia, which is also very nicely embroidered on the shoe. So honestly, I find it very elegant. This V-shaped opening here, in fact, it's a very elegant shoe. We'll see later with the outfits I've selected, the little spring outfits. We'll see how it looks afterward. I have some little sneakers. I call them little sneakers named Cristina. So this is a little favorite of mine. I don't know if I've already told you, I don't talk much about my private life. Nobody cares about my private life. But in the past, I did a lot of classical and contemporary dance at a conservatory. So when you say classical dance, you mean demi-point and point. And that means lacing your point shoes with satin or cotton ribbons or fabric. Anyway, so these little sneakers here are a real little joy. Similarly, very comfortable. They have a very thin sole. Okay, it is really very, very thin. But inside, we still have a sole that is ultra padded. I don't know if you can see when I press, but you can see my fingers sink a little into the sole. And in fact, it really does. A little ultra comfortable shoe, and you can lace it up however you want, because you have 2 laces. You have a satin lace, but thick. You see a real lace, and here you have a satin lace, so you can change and make different laces as you wish. The satin, we have a kind of material that's a bit like suede at the tip there, and which is actually very pleasant to the touch. It's a color that gets dirty very easily, so good news, they are machine washable. So that's great. And then, the last one I selected is a small pair of sneakers. They are called the Vétunes. Here we're looking at something more casual. They are very comfortable and I find them really very pretty. You have different colors, as in almost all their models. You always have several colors available. And so there is also a tea green color, I would say, and a pink color too, a pale pink, very pretty. I got them in white because I love little white shoes for spring and summer. Nice little pattern on top. We have a flat sole, but then inside it's the same. You walk as if on a little cloud. And in terms of comfort, these kinds of shoes are much more comfortable than even branded shoes of the same style. I think they are Vans, black. I love them, really. But in terms of comfort, when you walk, you are flat, you feel the ground beneath you, it doesn't cushion your foot. I made a small selection to go with these little sneakers. We're going to move on to some try-ons. Here, I picked a kind of dress, a skirt, and some tops to mix and try out a few different things. We'll start with the little sneakers, the outfits here, with a style that's a bit more casual, a bit more street. A little spring outfit, a bit more sporty, casual, but relaxed while still remaining elegant. You can see how easily I slip into these little outfits. There you go, a hop, it's done. Oh wow, what comfort. I love heels, but I have to say, ever since I discovered this brand, I've been rediscovering the comfort of shoes. It's crazy. Maybe I'll really end up trading my heels for the entire range from Vivaia, because it's truly a joy. You immediately feel the difference. Well, I say they're slightly big, my toe reaches the end of the shoe. Anyway, so here we're more on a casual street style, you see. I really like it, you know, for a little walk, a little stroll, well, whatever actually. It's an outfit you can wear, well, it depends on your job. You wouldn't go to work like this. Well, in any case, not according to me, but there you go, it's an all-purpose outfit. Well, I was about to forget to tell you about what I'm wearing. Is it focusing there or not? Yeah, it's fine. It's focusing. This little pair of shorts here, it's a pair I found at ProMode a year or two ago. It's a French brand, if I'm not mistaken. And they really make some nice things. And yes, I didn't button up because I was in the process of taking it off. I thought, I'll just fasten one button, that way it will be more practical. I like it. And the little tank top I have here, it comes in different colors from Edgy, which is a French brand in this case. They have about 13 stores in France. And so it's a brand that is very elegant, very feminine, very floral, but it's really a brand that stands out. A little bit of everything we're used to finding in stores in which we are used to going, like Zara, Mango, all that. So there you go at Edgy and ProMode. Magic of editing, I changed my outfit. So here we are. Now a little outfit, skirt, shorts from Zara. This one is old, I couldn't tell you which year I bought it. I must have had it for maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Very nice, I like it a lot. A little spring summer skirt. Well, it feels a bit strange, honestly, to wear this kind of skirt at almost 36 years old. I tell myself it's not necessarily something for my age. But after all, is there an age for wearing certain things? Anyway, let's stay young in mind and body. There you go, and everything will be fine. So I changed and I still kept the little shoes on. And I think it goes quite well also with, I could almost go play tennis with this outfit. But anyway, let's try them with the Cristinas that I have right here. Allow me to sit down. I have the right to sit. They are ultra comfortable. I didn't tell you earlier, but they are ultra flexible. It's crazy. Well, I don't know if you realize. I realized that you can see my phone here. There you go. We'll get there. So they are ultra flexible. So it's the same. They're small shoes. You can easily put them in your handbag. If you're afraid of having sore feet during the day and you're in heels all day, at least this is your little backup solution. So it's quite practical. Since it's elastic at the back of the foot, you can easily wash it like that. And that's it actually. So super practical. That softness when you put your foot in. I admit that only happens with this one. Since it's satin, it's ultra soft. In fact, you have satin and inside you also have a kind of suede. So for the foot, it's extremely soft. I've never had shoes as soft as these. Our feet, which are extremely important, need to be taken care of, whether we realize it or not. We walk, so all our weight is on them all the time, and we don't take enough care of our little feet. There, I had tested closing them in a ballerina style. Afterwards, you can close them in many different ways. So you see here, I'm making a little lace, and I'm making a tiny knot, and so cute. I love it, honestly. It's so adorable. There you go. We can go dancing now. They are really great. Little, ultra girly, ultra feminine, also elegant sneakers. Instead of giving them any name you want, their official name is the Cristina. I also have a little dress, you know, that I'm gonna try on. And there you go, a little change into the little dress. So this is a little dress that I must have found at a market in Italy for 10 bucks. The kind of markets where you always have lots of clothes and everything, the big outdoor markets, you know. I don't know, tell me what you think about this little dress. We're going to try changing the laces to see how it looks. Let's do that. I'm gonna do it in the middle. It's so cute. Wait, I'll show you on the other camera below with my foot how it looks. Honestly, tell me. It's not bad, right? It's rather cute, I think. Then I'm sure it also goes very well with these little sneakers. I suggest we move on to the last outfit, which will be the most elegant one, with the heels that stand out. And the magic is that I've changed again. So here I'm wearing a dress from Nerfnaf, a French ready-to-wear brand, I believe. I kept the little Cristina shoes on because I think they go well. Actually quite well, even with them being cream colored, they go well with this little Bordeaux colored dress. I think it matches really well. In fact, I didn't expect it to match at all. I hadn't thought of this combination, so I'm quite pleased. I'll show you down here what it looks like. From the other camera angle, I find it quite nice. So let's try this little wonder. With this dress, you'll see how easily I put on these shoes. And 1. And 2, there you go. They fit perfectly and the same. What a joy to be directly on a cloud. Here we have a much more chic style, much more elegant, simple. There you go. As you can see, there aren't 1,000 embellishments. But in any case, with the dress, I find that the sand color, beige sand like this, with it, goes rather well. No other outfit to show you with the heels. I think that anyway, these are more the type of shoes that are low and quite elongated. They go better with a dress with pants. I think they go a little less well because they make 2 legs and then hop a long foot. So I would recommend, and this is a very personal opinion, to mainly wear these heels. With a dress like the one I'm wearing, I'm super happy to have been able to show you a little bit of the new shoes for the spring collection. So we are reaching the end of this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and feel free to leave a little comment or a small emoji in the comments, with a little heart if you enjoyed this video, and say hi to the neighbor across the street who's on the balcony. You will find the link to all the items in the video description. And I also remind you that you have the little code WILD12, which is available on the Vivaia website, in case you feel like treating yourself. And with that, I'll see you next week, next Sunday, for the next video. Take care of yourself, keep smiling. I'm sending you a kiss.